Okay, another week, another draft. Kenji back again, this time for a modern cube draft. Take a short break from Zendikar Rising as modern cube is available, and cube's always just fantastic, so why not throw a little bit of this into the mix of things. So modern cube is going to have a lot of your constructed staples that we've come to know and love, but it's never going to be on the power level, of course, of Vintage or Legacy. So you're looking for just strong, solid, interactive spells, good quality creatures, and good fixing, of course. So let's just go right into this first pack here, and I guess the card that jumps out to me most is the Cuuuuuuuube's Command. Don't love taking a two-color card, though, so definitely could see taking something else, but I think the Cuuuuuuuube's Command is just enough value for me to take here, and who knows? You know, it's pack one, and the pack doesn't really have anything too spectacular in it, so I don't mind taking the Cuuuuuuuube's Command and seeing what we can do from there. Ooh, hello. Got some pretty nice follow-up cards to taking a first pick Cuuuuuuuube's Command. Let's see. The top three are going to be the Glint Sleeve Siphoner, very solid creature, of course. Collective Brutality, great interactive spell. I mean, it just does everything, really. And then we have the Kroxa, Titan of Death's Hunger. Those are my top three picks. Of course, we have some other fine choices as well. But thing is, I think Brutality might just be the best card in this pack. Like, it's just so good. Not only is it super versatile, but of course you can use all of the modes should you need to. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just take the Brutality here and try to cut off the black cards a little bit. I think Siphoner and Kroxa are probably great pickups as well, but it's hard to pass a Brutality. It's just so much value. I'm hoping to wheel the Kroxa, but I'm not going to get my hopes up on wheeling any of those cards. Maybe Bomat Courier wouldn't be terrible, but we'll just have to see what we get passed to us. Okay, and a few decent spells here. Absolutely. There's an Ugin in this pack, obviously very good. Courser of Kruphix is great. Golos is always fun. Plow Under is a kind of a beating. I think with what I already have, I kind of want to take the Bloodghast here and maybe just go some red-black aggro interactive deck. Yeah, maybe just, you know, capitalize on the synergy that I have already. Like Bloodghast works really nicely with the Collective Brutality. Of course, you can discard the Bloodghast to the Brutality and then, of course, play a land afterwards, get some value there. So let's go down this route and see what happens. I'm kind of feeling like this could be something good. And yeah, got ourselves a Pack Rat, Obnixilis, Sword of Fire and Ice, and even a Rekindling Phoenix if we want to. I'm actually going to go ahead and just take the Pack Rat here. I hate this card. Don't get me wrong. It is extremely powerful, but I just hate it as a card. Kind of leads to very uninteractive games. You know, you play it on turn 2. Turn 3, you play a land, you activate it. Turn 4, you play a land, you activate it. Blah, 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 blah. That being said, I mean, it goes perfectly into what we're already doing. So let's go ahead and take it, but Pack Rat, I don't enjoy as a card, although it's clearly very good. Okay, and you know what? I think I might just go with the Whip of Erebos here. I think the Fiend Artisan could be interesting in this style, but this tends to wheel, and we could be moving into like a near mono black strategy where you get a lot of interactive spells and a lot of powerful strategies. Like boom, perfect. This 6th pick Thoughtseize is exactly the type of card I'm looking for. Would love to take Woestrider. There are 10 cards in this pack, so in theory we could wheel it, but I think Thoughtseize is just way too good. Bunch of good discard effects in this format. Of course, we already have the Collective Brutality, but you can get things like Inquisition of Kozilek, Duress, what else? A few other ones, but Thoughtseize is too good, so easy pickup there for me. And another really strong pack. I'm going to take the Smuggler's Copter here. It looks like the Liliana's Mastery and the Never to Return could be very good here, but I think the Copter is just too efficient of a 2-drop. And okay, we can either take the Knight of the Ebon Legion or the Liliana Dreadhorde General, and it looks like we're going to go a little bit lower to the ground now. Yeah, feels like black is open. Glad I moved into the seat really early. Yeah, we'll take the Knight of the Ebon Legion there. And we wheeled... Oh! Did not mean to instant pick that, but we did wheel the Grey Merchant. And we wield both the Kroxa and the Glint Sleeve Siphoner, so perfect position to be in. I'm not sure which one I want more. I guess if we're going to end up playing this heavy black, the Siphoner is probably the better choice, because even though you can Kroxa for black and red, it's the escape cost that would probably be a little bit hard. So, I mean, there's a world where I'm going to end up cutting this Kolaghan's Command and just moving right into mono black as we pick up a nice little Elder spell here on the wheel. Modern Cube is definitely a cube where there are a lot of good planeswalkers. We've passed a ton already. I don't need to go over them all. I think it's probably better off as a sideboard card, but we will see depending on what we get on the wheel and whatnot. Just out of merit, we're never going to take Ink Eyes. Fiend Artisan actually has some utility here. And Murderous Redcap, another card that we could consider playing, but I'm probably not going to start it in the main, although it does work well with Fiend Artisan. Yeah, great pack. First pick Kolaghan's Command, second pick Brutality, and then from there we just saw so many good black cards, and even better yet, we wheeled a ton of the good black cards, right? We wheeled the Glint Sleeve, we wheeled the Never to Return there, wheeled the Gray Merchant, and then got a bunch of late spells, so... Yeah, shooting 14 for 15 on, 13 for 15 on mono black spells, but we will definitely position ourselves in a good place for the coming packs. And in fact, we're going to be able to take hedge cards a lot higher because we already have so many playables. We're not going to need to try and get so many playables at the end result. Okay, pack 2 though does not really have the cards we're looking for. Massacre Worm is good, but I think with how open black is, we're probably going to end up wheeling it. Doomfall, another card that is fine, although I imagine I'm going to end up with a bunch more discard effects, so I think I'm going to go with the Sword of Body and Mind here. This is one of the best swords in a cube draft. I think the Sword of Body and Mind, I think the Sword of Feast and Famine, and I think the Sword of Fire and Ice are top 3 for sure. This one might be the best. It just mills people out so quickly, and... even gets you an extra creature to equip it to if it does connect even once. So easy sword there for me. I plan on wheeling that Massacre Worm and go from there. Yeah, this is great. Let's see. 1/1 drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2 drops. This is pack number 2. Pick number 2. We have a Wormcoil Engine, Liliana Heretical Healer, Mind Shatter. I've actually not been super impressed with Mind Shatter. It is, I think, a pretty good card, but I often find myself cutting it in a lot of these style of decks. I almost wonder if Liliana is just a better choice here, as it does turn into a discard effect on its own later on, and it has some recursion synergies. So I think I'm going to go with the Liliana here. I would not be surprised if Mind Shatter wheeled. I'm losing out on a Wormcoil, but I think we're going to stick to this plan. And okay, a pretty weak pack here, all things considered. I'm going to go ahead and take the Eat to Extinction. Shoulder's too expensive, and I've never really found it that good outside of a true like Reanimator strategy, which it's not really in Modern Cube. So I think Eat to Extinction is going to be my choice here. Rankle's great, Bitter Blossom's great, and Murderous Cut is great. All right, 3 good pickups. I think the card that I would be most upset about not getting back on the wheel is the Bitter Blossom. I mean, the times that you play that on turn 2 are just so powerful. So let's take the Bitter Blossom. Let's plan on wheeling the Rankle, but if we don't, it's not a huge deal. Okay, there's Grizzled Brand. Another a very good card, but again, I don't think that's the card for this deck. And Reanimator is not a valid strategy here, or not, at least not really. I think you have like what's it called? Unburial Rites, and maybe one other way to reanimate something, so we're not hard casting that. Let's take the Go for the Throat. Ooh, okay. Ashiok is like one of the few cards that I would consider splashing for. On a similar vein to Packrat, I absolutely hate this card. It's just not fun to play against. It's amazing, don't get me wrong. Similar to Packrat, it is very good. It's just not fun to play against. But anyways, I think I'm probably going to take one of these 2 cards here. And looking at the curve right now, Dark Confidant is going to be a nice one. So let's take that over Lily. See what we can get. Chupacabra here. last few picks, or last few packs that we haven't seen. And I mean, we're already at 18 playables. We're not even at the end of pack 2 yet, so yeah, we're looking to be in a really good position. I think Fiend Artisan is probably cuttable. Go for the Throat might be cuttable as well. There was that Unburial Rites I was talking about. Pretty easy Hex Mage here for me. Lots of Planeswalkers in this format that I was talking about. And it's just a solid 2-drop anyways. I guess now I need some more card draw. I need to find like Phyrexian Arena, for example. I guess, I mean, I picked up the Dark Confidant and I do have the Siphoner, but those are kind of frail as far as card draw sources are concerned. Let's take the Massacre Worm on the wheel as expected, passing that Doomfall again, but as you can tell, black is just heavily open, and looks like we found the right seat to be in. There's that Mind Shatter on the wheel as well. I mean, I only have the Thoughtseize really and like the Brutality, so if I don't pick up like the Inquisition and whatnot in the last pack, I'll end up running the Mind Shatter. It's just, it's not my top priority as far as discard effects are concerned. Yeah, we have some good sideboard cards too. Like we have Go for the Throat and Murderous Redcap for some aggro decks. Elder Spell for a more controlly Planeswalker deck. We did wield the Rankle. Most excellent. And that gives you another discard effect. Might even just cut the Mind Shatter. This is looking like we're at the end of pack 3, but we're only at the end of pack 2. I mean, we have so many more cards to choose from. There's the Grizzled Daddy. Technically it works with Whip, but eh. And even if I had taken the Unburial Rites, wow, we wheeled the Liliana. I was not expecting her to wheel. Even if we had taken the Unburial Rites, we wouldn't run the Grizzlebrand. That's another really, really solid pickup. Pack 3 is just going to be all about picking and choosing, you know, swapping out some cards that are like 7 out of 10s for 8 out of 10s because we're looking so good. Okay, so what do we get here? Pack 3. Pick one. We have an Eldest Reborn and we have a Nykthos. Nykthos could be pretty darn interesting here. We have a lot of black pips for sure. I just think that the Eldest Reborn is probably a stronger card overall, but the thing is, I'm going to end up with enough playables, so it's possible taking the Nykthos might be slightly better. The Eldest Reborn is a card that people will splash for, though, so I'm just concerned that if I don't take it, I'm not going to get it on the wheel. But I think that's probably okay. I'm not concerned about getting enough playables, so let's take the Nykthos here. And pick number 2, we have a Hypnotic Spectre or a Shriekmaw. I have a bunch of removal already, so I don't think Shriekmaw is a high priority. Let's take the Spectre, more discard. There's an Inquisition of Kozilek, perfect. Passing the Scrap Heap Scrounger, a Marsh Flats, and a Field of Ruin, which I expect to wield the Scrounger, so love myself a good Inquisition of Kozilek. But yeah, you can. This is a good example of finding the open lane and getting rewarded for doing so, right? We get our choice of any black card really, and if there's a pack with multiple black cards, then we just end up wheeling all of them anyways. So good stuff here. I'm excited to see what Nykthos can do. I still want a little bit more in the way of either card draw or recursion, but we don't need too much to make this deck just nuts. Okay, I could see taking an Issereth here. We have a bunch of 2-drops that are not terrible, and it gives us something to do with our mana. I don't need Doomblade. Again, I have so much removal. In fact, I have that Go for the Throw in the sideboard already anyways. We don't really want Porcelain Legionnaire, so Issereth is a fine one. Rotting Regisaur or Read the Bones now. Man, Regisaur is a very fast clock, and we do have some graveyard synergy, but I was talking about how badly I wanted some card draw, and Read the Bones is pretty solid. I don't know, though. Sometimes you just play Rotting Regisaur and end the game. I'm going to go a little bit greedy and just take the 7/6. We have an Erebos here, which I'm not going to take, and a Bosch, which is fine, but not exciting, and a Hero's Downfall, which I think is just very solid removal. In fact, we can probably cut the Eat to Extinction now and run the Hero's Downfall instead. Is this going to be a 16 land deck? It could be. In fact, I could probably cut the Massacre Worm from the main, and if we can find one more playable, ooh, maybe like Immortal Sun? I have one Planeswalker, maybe Pseudo 2 if this transforms. Because I don't think we want the Gifted Aetherborn. Yeah, Immortal Sun does some work. And a Doom Whisperer. Oh man, a Fallen Shinobi and a Fatal Push. Alright, I think we'll cut the Immortal Sun and instead just run the Doom Whisperer. Keep our curve super low, and now I think 16 lands is probably doable. I mean, I think I'm going to run it safe and still run 17, but I think 16 would be a reasonable line here with what we have so far. Wield and the Inverter, but obviously that's not going to be good for our deck. Probably not good enough anyways. Yeah, I feel like I want 17 lands. I don't know. Maybe it's not right. The curve is low. Is it greedy to go 16 lands? Doesn't seem that bad. I'm trying to talk myself into it. I mean, look, we have 1s, 2s, and 3s basically. We have very few 4s and 2 5s. It's close. And if I am running 16 land, is Nykthos as one of those lands too greedy as well? These are the questions we need to ask ourselves. Looks like the last few packs don't really have too much for us. I think there should be a few black cards that could wheel, though. No problem if we don't get any, though, right? We have more than enough playables, more than enough cards to choose from. Go for the Throat, Eat to Extinction, Murderous Redcap, Immortal Sun, Massacre Worm, Mind Shatter. If we look at my discard, though, I have Thoughtseize, Inquisition, Brutality. That's 3. Hippie. This Liliana if she transforms. Rankle. Oh yeah, we're fine on that front. Absolutely dandy. Alright, what are the last few's pack at? Okay, last few picks. Field of Ruin. Not going to run that one. We could sideboard it. Porcelain Legionnaire. Again, we could run it. It's a fine 2-drop in our deck, but we don't really need 2-drops. We have so many as it is anyways. What else? Maybe Read the Bones Wheels? I don't remember what pack it was in. Might have been that one. Oh, come on. Last few picks. Last few picks. Let's go. Wheel the Bosch and the Erebos. Don't think we're running either of those, but maybe there's a world where I want Erebos in a more grindy game. A way to get some value when my opponents kill all my creatures. Seems like a fine sideboard choice. And the Dreadhorde. Alright. So yeah, I'm pretty thrilled with how the deck ended up. I'm going to end up running 16 lands here, 15 swamps, and the Nykthos. Hopefully that's fine. Again, we don't have very many expensive spells. As long as we get to 3 mana, we should be okay for the most part. So basically just add 15 lands and submit the deck. Let's go to round 1, see how we do. Okay, here we are for round 1 of this modern cube draft, and wow, do we have a fantastic hand. Unfortunately, we're on the draw here, but man, turn 1 Inquisition, turn 2 our choice of Bitter Blossom, Confidant, or Copter. We are looking great. Let's see what you got in there, OP. All right, well, they are on blue-white control, and they had nothing. I repeat, nothing that cost 3 or less in their hand, so kind of nuts. Now I have a decision, though. Knowing that they have such a slow start, I almost want to play Dark Confidant out first and just start getting the extra cards. I think I'm going to do that. Usually you would lead with Bitter Blossom, but because they kept such a slow hand, I think I'm going to press the advantage of just drawing 2 cards for the foreseeable future, unless they draw something to kill it immediately. They kept a very, very weak hand. Okay, let's draw the extra card. Hit a land, great. I'll go ahead and attack into something like a Condemn or whatever if they have it. Which they don't, nice. They're going to play the Felidar Guardian next turn, I guess. So I think we're going to get the Bitter Blossom online now and just start ramping out our 1/1s. I'm going to wait to play the Sword of Body and Mind until I can also immediately equip it, I think. They're probably going to play the Felidar just to block if they don't have anything else, yeah. If they're straight up blue-white, I don't think there are too many combos with Felidar. It might just be in their deck as a way to get some small value. Flickering a Planeswalker or something. Okay, Thoughtseize, another fantastic draw. Let's go ahead and take a peek what they're doing. And, alright. So they need double blue pretty badly. But I think this is a position where we just snap up the Dream Trawler before that can go wrong. And then we'll play the Smuggler's Copter. And pass. Depending on what Dark Confidant hits the next few turns, we might need to play out the Whip just to gain some life. Looks like they're going to play a Metamorph here. No double blue yet for them. They could copy my Copter. That's fine. Looks like they might use it to block here on mine. So we hit a Bloodghast off of the Dark Confidant and a Knight of the Ebon Legion. All right, let's go ahead and crew up the Fairy. Now the question is, do I want to play Sword of Body and Mind and equip to something this turn? I don't think I do. I think I'd rather just get the Whip online now and start gaining life. If they want to block and trade, I'm fine with that. They will get a loot if that happens. I want to discard my Bloodghast. Thank you very much. Okay. They discarded the Dissolve. That's fine. Now we get to play the land, get our Bloodghast back, and play out Knight of the Ebon Legion. All right, looking good. Immediately cast Day of Judgment. That's no big deal. Every turn we still get a Fairy off the Bitter Blossom. Land is going to return our Bloodghast. And Isareth next turn can remove or return something else. We also get to resolve out our Sword of Body and Mind, and just like that, we have an instant board state again. Yeah, if they don't hit a blue source here, and even if they do, they're just going to have a huge problem. This is a matchup where I might bring in the Mind Shatter. Looks like they scoop. All right, easy peasy. What are we cutting though? Probably gonna cut the where is it? The Rotting Regisaur. Seemed a little bit weak versus blue white. And Mind Shatter, submit. All right, let's quickly go to game 2 here of round 1. I mean, a fine hand. You're never gonna mulligan this. It's just nowhere near as good as our first hand was. Okay, but hey, Thoughtseize off the top is acceptable. Dream Trawler, Wrath of God, Narset. Let's just once again take the Dream Trawler, as I think that's the card that's going to give us the biggest amount of problem issues. I mean, we have multiple cards that deal with the Planeswalker, and our deck's pretty resilient versus Wrath effects, so if they just want to go Island, Narset, whatever, no big deal. Okay, they hit a Condescend. Sure. Ooh, Collective Brutality was also a pretty decent hit here. Okay, I think we're just going to take something from their hand. Pact of Negation, Wrath of God, and Condescend. So they did hit the second planes. Alright, I'll take the Wrath of God then, leave them with a bunch of junk. Go ahead and just attack the Narset down then. Play the land, they're going to pass. Might as well just finish off the Narset since we do have ways to draw extra cards. No reason to leave her on the battlefield. And I'm going to just run out the Chupacabra. Let them Condescend it. I have multiple other removal spells in my hand. I want to just get some extra pressure on the board. Like, I think they probably should have Condescend that unless they have another Wrath effect. Oh, okay, well. Apparently they did draw another Wrath, so their hand is Condescend and Pact of Negation. And this is the opportunity for me to try to get Issereth down. This might eat a Pact of Negation, though. Like, this is a card that I think they probably kind of have to, given what I have in my graveyard. Also, they have no other pressure. But this is going to be... Wow, I am very surprised that resolved. Unless they already have an answer to it, letting that resolve was crazy. Okay, I guess I'm just going to start getting back creatures for free. I don't even need to play another spell. Let's go ahead and get our Hex Mage back first. Play our land and pass. And it's on them to do something. I mean, they've already used 2 Wrath effects, so if they ever play a creature Planeswalker, we have a way to kill him immediately. That feels like a big mistake on their part. I am definitely going to go ahead and just grab out my Chupacabra as well. Yeah, so they kind of messed themselves up by not countering when they should have. Because I don't need to do anything, right? Alright, I mean, you have 1 turn. No reason for me to run into Condescend now and give them free scry. What you got? Actually, I have 3 different ways to kill a Planeswalker. The Hex Mage too. Alright. Let's just go to combat. I don't think I want to run out Rankle. I have no reason to run anything out when we know they have a bunch of counters. I think our best draw was probably Inquisition there. Take something from their hand, also get a peek at what they could have. So let's think. What could they have in this format? There are a few different bounce effects. There's like Restoration Angel. We saw the Sublime Epiphany from them already. Is this just bounce and draw? Yeah, this is just bounce and draw. Okay, yeah, sure. Now I think I play out the whip, because if they counter, well, if they counter this, they have to pay 5. If they don't counter this, anytime I do resolve a creature now, I can just whip it instead, and so it doesn't run into counter magic. Oh, Charming Prince to potentially gain 3 life? That doesn't really matter. Okay, what else you got? Nothing. Alright, they're still holding open Condescend for 3. Sorry, 4 now with the Windswept Heath. Yeah, so let's fire off the Never. Oh, okay, they're not even going to counter it. I guess we will attack for lethal then? Question mark. Okay, pop their fetch. Go to 3. Oh, is it Sharknado? That's fine. They make a shark. I go for downfall on it. They are forced... Oh, well, they forgot to use their Pact of Negation. I was going to say, they're forced to use Pact of Negation, and then we probably just kill them the following turn. But hey, that is what Mono Black does. And yeah, went swimmingly. Let's see if we can do that for the next 2 rounds. Okay, here's round 2 of this Modern Cube. Modern Cube draft. On the draw again. Versus what appears to be a green deck. Our hand's a little bit slow, but we have some nice 2s to start. Hopefully the opponent doesn't ramp out too quickly on me, as being on the draw here might put us too far behind, although it looks like they just have turn 1 elf, turn 2 tap land, so that's not bad. Smuggler's Copter, Start Beating, or Dark Confidant. I think we're going to lead with Dark Confidant. They are playing black, so we might see some removal here, but if they don't have any removal, then we're just going to start getting that extra card advantage that we really need, and we do need to hit some lands. Okay, Questing Beast. That's fine. 1 land to kill that. Oh, we hit a 5, and then we didn't draw a land. Well, that is extremely unfortunate. In fact, I'm probably just going to have to chump the Questing Beast with my Smuggler's Copter. Wow. 1 land there and we were good to go, but crazy. Now we just get completely stomped. I'm going to actually take a hit here because I don't know if I have a choice. We're just too far behind. Okay, finally hit a land, but yeah, at this point, that's just too far behind. Wow. I mean, I can play out the Rotting Regisaur, but I guess I'm not going to give up. Not quite yet. Dang. 1 missed land was all it took. Even after drawing an extra. Maybe this prevents them from attacking with more than just the Questing Beast. Pretty close to dead on board, though. And obviously, every turn that you leave a Whisperwood Elemental on the battlefield, things get worse. Okay, so they are just going to attack with the Questing Beast. You know what? Maybe we have a small chance here yet. Yeah, I take that back. We probably are dead now. Good curve for the opponents. Again, I think we just needed to hit that one land and we were probably good to go. That's good information to know that they're playing Jund. Oh, and I just killed myself with a Never to Return hitting a 7. Okay, that went unfortunate for us. But that being said, this should be a really solid matchup for us. I'm going to take out the Siphoner here, bring in Go for the Throat. I think I actually like cutting the Regisaur too and bringing in the Massacre Worm. Yeah. Multiple things went wrong there for us. I mean, there are a few cards I could bring in, right? Red Cap, Eat, Elder Spell. But 1, we lost the die roll, and then 2, we missed a land even with extra draw steps from Dark Confidant. So I think we should be good to go for game 2. Okay, game 2, round 2, after missing my land drops, and here we are again. Big darn it. This hand's fine, though. We'll keep this, pitch a land. I mean, I don't do anything until turn 3, but I can't really afford a mulligan to 5. Hopefully we just draw something to do next turn. Land was not the ideal draw, but hey. Suppose beggars can't be choosers. Hopefully they don't have a fast start like they did last game. Sylvan Caryatid, sure. Well, the good news is with all these lands we have cards to discard. If they don't play a creature this turn, I'm definitely going to make each player sacrifice something. Oh, wow. They are more than just the few colors that we thought initially. Well, there's an Ashiok. And they ate land, Copter, and a Downfall. Okay. I can just get the Rankle online if I want to, but I think I'd rather kill the Ashiok. And then let's just gain 2 life. Alright, there's their Vivian again. They gave that creature Vigilance. We drew a Liliana as well. Oh, this is not looking great. I mean, Rankle hitting the Vivian doesn't really accomplish that much. I could Liliana minus on the Beast and attack for 2, but that also doesn't accomplish all that much. I think I'm going to attack them and do some card drawing. Not thrilled with my position at all, though. All right. Yeah, man. Liliana again is so brutal. All right. Let's make each player discard and then each player draw. Remember, they can start giving their tokens reach, so not an ideal position for me. Damn. This feels like it should be a good matchup too, but their draws were just so much better. So if we draw a land next turn, I can Lily plus go for the throat. Kill their beast that they're presumably going to give reach. Yeah, it's going to be a rough one. Heck, I wonder if they have a better play than to make a token. Maybe they -2 and go tutor up for something better. Hedron Archive, okay. Make a reach beast, yes. Yes, an attack for 3, good. Alright, let's take a look at what's going on in there. Hangerback Walker. Oh, they have a Dragon Lord Silumgar too. Yikes. So I actually need to hold the go for the throat for Dragon Lord Silumgar. Brutal. Alright, well let's give the reach creature -2, -1. And attack Vivian for 3 while we can. The nice thing is, if they Silumgar my Rankle, it's going to be tapped, so at least they don't get to attack with it immediately. I guess they're debating here if they want to chump or not. All right, so we might actually see like a Vivian minus and get them getting another creature that costs 5 or less. Okay, Llanowar Elf, yes. All right, decision time. They did. All right, so let's see. They're going to cast Silumgar. I guess they could get the Whisperwood Elemental, right? That's what we saw previously. A Whisperwood Elemental was in their deck. Questing Beast. Oh, okay, so they're going to kill a Lily. Which means they're probably taking the Rankle. And not the Lily? Oh, you know what? If they take Liliana, that's so good for us. Because then I kill Silumgar, Liliana transforms and goes back under my control, but it looks like they didn't make that mistake. All right, so I'm going to take 7 damage here. They get to kill a Liliana. Oh, they made a mistake if they're attacking my Liliana and not my face. Remember, Questing Beast can redirect damage, or actually deal more damage, not even redirect. Yep, all right. So I go to I take 7, go to 11. They kill Lily. But we do get to go for the throat. The Silumgar. Oh, that's right. It doesn't get to untap. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. I forgot I was just going to get it tapped again. So I should have waited until it was their turn. And then I would have gotten this back untapped. Although I guess I wasn't chumping. Everything is awful. Yeah, I don't think this game is winnable now. Darn. Our deck is so good too, but sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles. All right, let's go to 4. Whatever this is, I can't beat it. Don't do it. Don't hurt me. I'm fragile. I'm young. Worm Coil Engine. All right. Yeah. GG's. Well played. Good draws. Unfortunately, we did not have as good draws, so I guess we're going to hope to finish off with a 2-1 here. Okay, and here we are for the third and final round of this Modern Cube draft. We are finally on the play, but unfortunately our hand is terrible. Oh, God. We went from a 5-lander to no land. All right, well, it's a keepable 5 for sure. I think I'm going to pitch the Chupacabra and a land and just hope that these are good enough. I'm going to lead on Thoughtseize. Looks like the opponent might have taken a mulligan as well. All right, both players on a mulligan to 5. At least it's even footing. As we get to take a look at their hand and see what they're working with. Reclamation Sage and a Sorceress Spyglass. And they just conceded! No! They were green-black, I think? I guess I'm not going to make too many sideboard changes. Man, this deck was so sweet, too, and we're going to have, like, kind of a non-game in the second round, and then a non-game here in the third round. As this is a fine keep on the draw for sure. 1 land unlocks 3 different spells, so go ahead and keep this one. All right, just give us 1 good game here. Well, if it made them concede last time, maybe it'll make them concede again, but I don't hope that happens. Okay, their hand is actually pretty good. I think I'm actually supposed to take the Rampant Growth here. And the reason for that is I have so many creature removal spells in my hand that if I just draw a land, I can kill the Fiend Artisan and then I can kill the Courser. So it's simple. We just draw a land in the next few draw steps, and beautiful, we did it. Oh, I guess they can't even cast Courser unless they hit another green source, which they did. Interesting Nykthos in their deck, too. Revealing Luminous Brood Moth, of all things. Okay. So, let's start off with a kill on the Courser. And attack for 1. Oh, what am I doing? I killed their Courser, making their Fiend Artisan a 2/2. Oh, no. Okay, well, that's embarrassing. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so embarrassing. This is fine. Everybody makes mistakes. Let's just kill off their Fiend Artisan now. They can cast the Brood Moth with the Goose. If we hit a land, we can Chupacabra it. Oh, these have not been... Yeah, I'm embarrassed. But it's okay. You live and learn. They drew a Hangerback Walker. That's fine. We did draw our land. So I think the play is to Spectre here and force them to use the Goose to play the Brood Moth. And then we Chupacabra the Brood Moth and make them potentially discard a card. Oh, okay. Well, they drew a Plains anyways. That's fine. All right. Chupacabra that. Attack for 2 in the air. Let's start playing some Magic. Let's not chump attack our creatures. How about that? Okay, they drew another land for the turn. They have to play out their lands, right? If they get hit by the Hypnotic Spectre and they haven't played a land, then they're just discarding a land for no reason. Although I'm not sure if they want to be attacking right now. I mean, I guess when they have the goose making food, they can kind of outrace it, but seems a little bit aggressive. Go ahead and run out our cards. Alright, I guess they are just going to sack. Oh, wow, double sack. Sure. You're back to 18, buddy. They must not have any 7 drops in their deck. They drew a Vraska. Well, alrighty then. Immediately killed the Liliana. Yeah. That's pretty unfortunate for us. Start attacking the Vraska. Okay, they're blocking. Interesting. Play the Isareth. Isareth attacking can get back any of our other creatures, which is nice. They did not play out a card from their hand. Ooh, that was an excellent draw. So, I think we just let them eat this and maybe transform? No, I don't want to discard a card, actually. Let's attack. Let's send the Hypnotic Spectre to their face. Make them discard a card. They might have drawn an instant speed removal spell. But... okay, what did you keep? They did just keep a land. Alright, so they made a slight mistake there. Unless they thought I was going to attack the Vraska. And we'll go ahead and just eat Vraska immediately with the Hex Mage. And go ahead and never their... I guess their Broodmoth. More likely for them to return a creature, right? I mean, I guess they could have the Den Protector to get back Vraska. But if that happens, so be it. They got me. Notably, Isareth returning Hexmage killing the Walker still gives them 1/1 tokens, I believe. Oh my gosh. Don't actually tell me you did draw Den Protector there. That's kind of insane if you did. That's actually absurd if you did. I mean, I guess there's not much else. It could be like a hidden Dragon Slayer. Alright, this is a big slurp though. 2, 4, 6, 8. Puts them to 6. Not bad. I didn't actually mean for you to draw Den Protector, if that's what it is, opponent. No, opponent, please. Okay, so now I might need to attack with the Isareth next turn, if they're getting back Vraska. Oh, they're getting back the Fiend Artisan. Okay. Interesting. Can I kill them next turn, then? It's actually pretty close. Attacking with the Hangerback Walker. I don't think that's right. That just kills them if they do. Because then I chump block with the Grey Merchant and then return it back with the Isareth on my turn. Alright. Yeah, let's attack for 2 and make them discard whatever they have in their hand. Uh-oh. What did you draw? Assassin's Trophy, sure. Thin out our deck. Play the Siphoner. Now they can Fiend Artisan away their Hangerback Walker, though, and get a bunch of tokens. Yeah, I probably should have attacked my Gray Merchant here. Oh, maybe if I hadn't thrown away my Knight of the Ebon Legion by chump attacking it. Let's see, what's our best draw right now? Massacre Worm is in the sideboard, but if we go to a game 3, I should bring that in. They only had one Planeswalker so far. I guess Eat to Extinction exiles, so maybe we bring that in for like Hangerback Walker purposes. They drew a Kitchen Finks. Ay, ay, ay. Are they not going to use their Fiend Artisan? Huh. I feel like this is not a great play, but if they make the wrong block, then we win, right? I mean, they have multiple things they can do here. They do not have to kill this. Yeah, it looks like they're just going to gain 2 life. Oh, I guess I don't just win. I would have slurped them for 2, 4, 6, 7 anyways. They were at 8. Oh, mamma mia. And then they drew Anissa. Well, I think their draw steps have felt slightly better than mine. Come on, deck. Show me the goods. I don't want to have to Issereth and return the Vampire Hexmage if I don't have to. Okay. Okay, that's not bad. All right, let's play the Rankle out. Play out our land. Attack them for 3 in the air. We're going to choose... I think we're going to choose just to sacrifice a creature. I sacrifice the Gray Merchant, and then we can Issereth the Gray Merchant back next turn. And if they can't kill me, that'll win the game. So if they can Fiend Artisan something like a Craterhoof, they get me. If they can kill the Issereth, they can get me. Oh god, what did you draw? What is this? They have something they can go get with like 9 mana? What's a 9 mana card? Oh, 8 mana. So they do have Craterhoof? What is happening? Oh, Chupacabra my Issereth, I guess. Chupacabra the Rankle? Oh, opponent. They didn't see it. 2, 4, 5, 6. I kill him exactly, right? No, they have one more card. What is it? Oh no, what are you doing now? As the board currently sits, I kill them exactly on combat attack trigger. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, that doesn't kill me. 1 card in hand. What is it? Nothing? That doesn't matter. All right, let's go to attacks. Attack. Trigger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gray Merchant, trigger. 7. Yeah, all right. Kind of a silly closing game there. Man, I'm really sad that we lost round 2 because I think we had a good matchup too. This was a really sick mono black deck. Anyways, good games. GG's. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this look at Modern Cube. Yeah, there's a bunch of Modern Cube up still for the next couple weeks, so we might have another Modern Cube. If not, the next few weeks will be Zendikar Rising, but looking forward to the next draft. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this draft here on the Card Kingdom YouTube channel. And this is Kenji, Numot the Nummy, saying see you later next time.